Good morning. Um, Today I'm going to talk about what caused my problem that I deal with on a daily basis. I'm going to take these off because I can see the glare in it. I just got up, so here I am, cutie, for the morning. They always say you look better in the morning than you do. Well, no, they don't. Okay, first, whatever. Um, anyway, I was born in 1950 to a family with three other children, and I was the second to the youngest of five. And my father was completely illiterate. My mother was educated, but she was, I don't know, a little mousy. She wasn't very strong against my father and what he thought of or felt. I mean, he was a Christian. She was, uh, I believe, an atheist because she always criticized him for talking about spiritual things. Um, I was confused. That wasn't really hard to determine. Um, when I was 7 years old, I went to spend the night at a friend's house, and her grandmother took care of us, or somebody took care of us. Well, maybe she was old enough to take care of both of us. I don't believe there was anybody else there. I don't remember. Um, but that night when they came home, the mother was drunk. He had his way with her, and then he come and climbed in bed with the two of us. And that night he raped me, and I guess he had been active with her before, so even though she was too young and mentally retarded, I guess it was rape with her also. Wow, I noticed my eye is really bouncing over to this side today. Hey, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize I was so cross-eyed. How weird. Anyway, after that, I remember coming back from the hospital that night. Well, not that night, but when it was discovered. God, it's so hard to remember these things. I've dealt with them and buried them so long ago. I remember sitting in the back of my dad's Packard. I think it was like the 1940s or 1949, something like that, Packard. And it wasn't no 49 because we never had a new car. So it must have been an older Packard than that. And my mom's sitting there crying. My dad turns to her and says, Helen, she's marked. No man will ever want her for anything else but sex. I was just, I don't even remember how I felt about that. I was just so ashamed. Like I had done something wrong. I can remember seeing lights from the streets coming through the windows, shadows, hearing my mother cry, my father. It was like one day I was his daughter sitting on his lap watching TV, and the next day I was spit on the bottom of his shoe that he couldn't quite wipe off. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of taking my sweet little grandchild, Joy Marie, out for uh, what are you, a smoothie, a chocolate smoothie with whipped cream. And I watched her in her innocence. As she sat there and so joyfully enjoyed that with her grandmother. She's never been harmed. None of my grandchildren have, thank you, Jesus. But I seen me and her, and I was that age, just 7, almost 8, when that happened to me. And I cannot imagine torturing that poor little girl for the rest of her life because of it. Telling her that she's the one that caused it, that she had to have done something to that man to make him want her. And then to tell her for the rest of her life, no, I'm not going to go there. But later, as time went on, my father never was close to me again. My mother had my 2 sisters. They had each other. My mother had my little brother. My father had my brother. And I was left alone in the family to do for myself. One day I was Daddy's sweet little girl sitting on her lap watching TV. The next day I was garbage. And it never ever changed. My father blamed me. My mother told me that only a little tramp would allow a man to touch her. An 8-year-old really understands any of that, don't they? But I go to school. Okay, at home I was segregated from the other kids in the family. I was kept in my room whenever I was at home. When I went to school, I was kept in at recesses. At Bellevue Elementary School in Santa Rosa, I was kept in at recesses, and my teacher molested me while he was supposedly watching. When the multiple personality started, it was a lot because of the segregation from my family. I would be in my room and getting ready for school, and I would hear giggles and laughter and words that I couldn't quite hear, couldn't quite understand, because they were whispers. And I'd look around the room, and I'd wonder, is it haunted? I kept looking in the closet to see if maybe one of my brothers and sisters were hiding in there or something, teasing me. I'd look out my bedroom window to see if somebody was in the backyard. But there was nobody there. I remember one day I was walking down the hallway at the school, and I kept hearing this voice giggling at me, laughing. And I look around, there's nobody there. I look behind me, I look up, I look down, I look everywhere. There's just nobody there. So I decided, I'm going to go in the bathroom, and I'm going to stand and I'm going to stare in the mirror. I'm going to stare in that mirror until I see who it is that's teasing me. Then I can let it go. Well, it was just about class time, and the principal of the school seen me go into that bathroom. She followed me in there, and I'm standing there staring in the mirror, and she told me I had to go to class. And I said, no, I had to find the person that was teasing me. And I ran into one of the booths and I locked it. And I refused to come out. I'm only about 8, 9 years old. I'm not even 9 years old yet. And she says, well, fine, I'll just get the janitor to take the door off of the stool, the bathroom. So she's left me with another teacher while she went to get the janitor. And the other teacher, she talked me out. She talked me out of there. She's kind, considerate. But then the principal come back with the janitor and told her, we will not be needing you anymore. And she grabbed me by the arm and dragged me to her office and was just about ready to spank me with a ping pong pallet, I think it was, when my mother walked in the door. I guess the other teacher had called her. And she said, if she needs any discipline, it'll be done by her father and I. And I was taken home. And I don't remember too much from then on, but I didn't get a spanking. I just got yelled at a lot. There was a time that my dad told me that if anything like that happened to me again, that he would kill me. And he would kill the person that did it. I'm not telling all the details here today because it's just time limited. After that, he gave me to my uncle to see if I would tell. I didn't want him to hate my uncle. I didn't want him to kill my uncle, and I didn't want him to kill me. So I didn't tell. My uncle didn't do anything. I pushed him away, but just because I didn't tell, I got beat. I've lived with this kind of condemnation throughout my family of narcissists and those that have suffered through narcissism and have become narcissists themselves. And I never believed in myself. I never thought I had any value until just recently. I was 25 before I even realized I was a human being. It was like a light bulb going off in my head. I didn't even know what I was before that. But I realize now I am a human being. I am the righteousness of God. And I do have value. We'll talk about this some more. I'll tell you a little bit more about what I've been through. Thanks, and I hope to see you tomorrow. I'm happy today, though, no matter what happens. God bless us all and be with us.